Hi everyone, I'm Executive Chef Kayla Robinson. Today I'm going to teach you how to make this beautiful citrus seared salmon with some zucchini squash, yellow squash, tomatoes, and a beautiful garlicky dill Greek sauce. Let's get started. So we're going to do a medium dice on our zucchini. Now the great thing about this dish is it's very light. It offers a ton of nutrients as well as a very refreshing, healthy dish for you to really, feed your body and soul something healthy, delicious. Go ahead and cut the ends of our squash. Always save scraps. Scraps are something you can use for soups, stocks, all of those good things. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and save that one. So we're gonna put some oil in our pan, just about a tablespoon, enough just to coat the pan. And make sure you roll your pan to make sure that oil's covering as much as the surface as possible. And then we're gonna go ahead and just pop that in there. We're gonna do only one side. With the other side, we're gonna use our salmon. So salmon offers a ton of nutrients. When you look for salmon, you wanna make sure you find a nice pink salmon. This is a Norwegian Atlantic. We're gonna make sure you season it heavily. Start from the top. Seasoning from up high helps ensure that every surface of it gets covered. And we're gonna lay this right down in the pot, and we're gonna season this as well. So you wanna make sure you wait to season the vegetables until the vegetables are almost cooked. And the reason why we do that is that salt draws out that moisture, and we wanna make sure that these stay nice, tender, and juicy. And so we'll make sure we season them toward the end. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. Okay, so now that we've got our salmon and our zucchini and squash working, we're gonna start on this beautiful garlic dill Greek yogurt sauce. So in here I have just plain non-fat Greek yogurt. We're gonna add some lemon juice, a couple pinches of garlic powder, salt and pepper, a nice generous pinch, and we're also gonna put some fresh dill in there. Now you wanna make sure you take off that thick stem. Again, save this for some soups, stocks, you name it. Lots of flavor still in those stems. And we're just gonna give this a nice chop. All right, we're gonna add this right into our bowl. Okay, and give it a nice stir. Now, one of the most important things when cooking is tasting along the way. You want to make sure that everything has the right amount of flavor in there. So we're just going to give this a little taste. That's perfect. That beautiful citrus comes out in there, the garlic, that dill. Dill is such a great herb, especially when it comes to using it with fresh veggies and salmon. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move our vegetables around. As you can see, it's got this starting to get a really nice sear on one side. And we're gonna add some lemon juice to this. Now this is where that nice lemon citrusy sear comes from. Right over the salmon. That's gonna also help really cook that salmon a lot quicker. So I'm waiting to flip the salmon until you can kind of see around the edges that it's starting to cook. Salmon is something that you can make like a steak. You want to cook it to temp. I prefer my salmon a medium, so I'm just going to wait until I can see that around the edges are starting to turn that light blush pink, and then I will flip it from there and ensure that it gets nice and seared on the other side for probably another 3 minutes. So while this is working, we're just going to prep the rest of our ingredients to go for plating. So I'm going to take these tomatoes, and a little trick that I have is if you put your hand right down on these tomatoes, make sure you're using a really sharp knife and just cut right through the center. That's a really quick and easy way to have all those tomatoes, just like that. How beautiful is that? So simple. It can be intimidating, but practice makes perfect. All right. Check on our salmon. It's looking great. I'm gonna go ahead and flip this over. Nice. It's got that beautiful sear on there. That's exactly what we're looking for. Keep moving that squash around, making sure that every single side of it gets cooked. You're looking for it to be al dente, which means firm to the tooth. So I'm gonna go ahead and try one of these and see how we're looking. It's so good, perfectly tender. It still has that little bite that we were talking about al dente. I wanna season it just a little more. All right, again, make sure you're seasoning from up high, which helps ensure that all of it is getting seasoned. All right, so I'm gonna clean this board up so that we can get ready for plating. Make sure you get that knife nice and clean on there. All right, so plating is very important. You eat with your eyes first, so you want to make sure you have a beautiful presentation for yourself as well as your guests. We're going to take this beautiful garlicky dill sauce. We'll make a couple designs on the plate just for fun. May even go the other way. So now what I'm going to do is take my zucchini squash, kind of lay a bed of it right down the center. There you go. Place some of these tomatoes for some color right around it. Check on my salmon. We're gonna see how that's doing. Oh, it's looking great. All right, we're gonna lift that right out of there, place it right on that bed. Add some more of this right on top. Go ahead and place some around. All right, gonna add a little bit of this right on top of the salmon. And of course, some fresh dill. This part's super important. That dill really helps complement the salmon, brings out that brightness of your dish. So we're gonna use some fresh lemon zest to put right on top. Sprinkle that right on there. There you go. So again, we want to make sure that we clean up the sides of our plate. Get a beautiful presentation, save some of that lemon zest. And there you have it, folks, a great dish full of omega-3s, just like fish oil from Core Nutrition, perfect for skin, joints, and a healthy heart.